Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Tyler. This is my tabletop. Today we're going to be modifying some Black Seas frigates to make ships for A Billion Suns. So obviously we're going to use two frigates from the Black Seas Frigates and Brigs Flotilla box set. We'll also be using four pieces of quarter-inch long, approximately 0.18 inch, 2/100ths inch wall polystyrene from Evergreen. I'm not quite sure on that one because it comes from uh, an assorted uh, rods and tubes bag, so I'm not entirely sure. Also, we will be using milliput, white milliput. Sorry about the dogs. Uh, and I've got some very small 3D printed rail guns that I designed. The frigates in A Billion Suns have light rail guns, so I figured we'll make the ships at least appropriate for the guns, sort of like we did with the monitors. Um, so obviously, the inspiration for these is Treasure Planet. Those ships look like sailing ships, except they have engines on the back. So we're gonna make sailing ships and put engines on the back. And I had this box from Black Seas lying around, so this is appropriate. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to cut off um, a few of the guns in towards the front of each ship so that we can put the rail guns on. Um, then we're gonna glue together the body. We're more or less following the instructions that come with the box for Black Seas for the most part. And then we're gonna add some milliput. I'm using white milliput because that's what I have. You can use green stuff or anything else you want. Um, it's not really. You can use anything you want. You don't have to use it either. But so I'm gonna speed this up, and we're going to. Obviously, we're already looking at it at 2x acceleration, but we're going to speed it up some more because uh, this will be very slow otherwise. Okay, so the kit comes with three backs, so you'll need to pick one. It really doesn't matter because we're going to cover it in milliput. Okay, so obviously when you're working with milliput, you need water, a little bit of water to uh, keep the fingerprints off of it, really. Yes, it will stick to your hands, but I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is solidifying fingerprints into the stuff that I'm putting on the ships. Overall, this kit goes together really well. Um, this is a game from Warlord, and as usual, their kits are well put together. Um, very straightforward instructions, um, except for the accessories. There are things like um, anchors and runabout ships and stuff like that, runabout boats, that type of thing. It doesn't actually, say where to put them or uh, how to or they're not really included in a step so much as just shown in the picture at one point. But anyway, so we're gonna use this milliput. We're gonna make two vaguely square panels. I'm gonna use my knife to square it up a little bit to put the uh, rail guns on the front, and then we're gonna fill in the back. We're gonna fill in from the keel up. Well, not really the keel. So the problem with these ships is obviously they're designed to sit at the waterline. They're cut off. The plastic is cut off at the waterline. It doesn't go all the way down to the keel. So anyway, you're not going to be looking at the bottom of it. So it's not that big a deal. What I wind up doing is once I'm done using the milliput for what I want to use it for, which is building up, covering up the windows in the back, so that I can put engines. I'm gonna split what I have left of the milliput in half and just fill in the bottom a little bit. And here I am cutting the tube. Like I said, I don't know exactly what it is. You can use any tube you want, any size, whatever feels appropriate. This one's, what, about 1/8 of an inch? Or what? Almost 1/4 of an inch, I guess. So here I am. I've got some other rod. These are little coffee stirrers, wooden coffee stirrers or something like that. I was going to use them, but I couldn't. I was having trouble cutting them without them. My cutting tool leaves a pretty rough edge, and I would have had to sand it. And so I was like, you know what? They're just going to have 2 engines. So I take the 2 tubes and press them into the milliput. Actually, as I'm talking to you, the milliput is still drying after the final assembly, and I still have not super glued the tubes to the milliput or the rail guns to the milliput. But once they're completely dry, you'll want to put a little dab of super glue on there. So I press the 2 in, and then I use my mat to make sure that they're both even and flat. And now we are putting together the second ship. Frigates are pretty large in A Billion Suns, so sort of like the monitors, I'm only going to build 2. Wait, did I build 2 monitors or did I build more? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm only building 2. If I wind up using a lot of them, I can make more, obviously. And yes, this video is just going to be assembly. I kind of ran out of time. As I record this, it is Sunday, and I like to try and get out a video a week, so Sunday's the last day. And like I said, the milliput is still drying, so they're not ready for priming yet. I'll prime them and paint them this week, and that'll be next week's video. We'll be painting them. I also have to dig out some of my more natural colors so that they look like ships. So here I am filling in that. Now, word of caution. I almost messed up. So I left these to dry for a couple of hours and then added the masts and all that other stuff to finish them basically. And the masts sit very deep in the uh, deck, and so if you fill in with the milliput and you let them dry, you're going to have a lot of trouble putting the masts into their holes. Now, the milliput was not completely dry when I did it, so they fit in fine, but it when I first tried it, it worried me. I thought to myself, "Oh no, I have just made this a lot more difficult for myself." I would have had to drill out the milliput to or cut off part of the stand for the masts, but that would have made them flimsier, and I really didn't want to do that. So these are frigates. They are three-mast ships. They have three main masts. Then they have the the front forward mast. I do not know the sailing terms for these particular uh, for these Age of Sail era ships. Um, but anyway, uh, so what we do is once again we're following the instructions, and you can see over in the top left that the full kit comes with the sails and it comes with rigging and everything. So after I paint it, I'm going to rig it. My ships will have their sails and all the rigging and all of that good stuff. What is the in-universe explanation for why there are sailing ships flying around shooting cannons? I don't know. Uh, it's called It Looks Cool, Shut Up. Shut up and play the game is what it's called. Um, it's also called, it was, what, Friday? I came home from work on Friday and uh, said to myself, I have no idea what I want to film for this week. Um, so I was kind of scrambling, looking around my uh, crafting room, trying to figure out what I was going to do. Whether I was going to paint some bolt action stuff, which I could definitely do that, or try and cobble together another ship for A Billion Suns. And then I saw these boxes sitting over there unopened and realized that uh, that'd probably work pretty well. So that's one done, and now we're just gonna clip out all the parts for the other one. Um, Try not to do what I did and clip that front mast to pieces. Oops, I got a little gung ho with the clippers, but nothing a little super glue won't fix. Um, you can see that I did this on the other ship and I did it on this one too. That I was comparing the masts, and that's because the front two, the two big ones, they are different sizes. They look almost identical. They are just slightly different sizes. So I put the biggest one on uh, this one on in the middle. Biggest one goes in the middle. So we're gonna put these together, and like I said, we'll be painting them this week. That's the plan. Um, I think they're gonna look really cool. I'll combine some metal metallic paint schemes for the engines and uh, the guns, and then like wood and era appropriate sailing type colors for the rest of the ship. I think they're going to turn out really well. But this is pretty much going to finish us up, so sorry for the half-finished project that we're leaving this video with. But as usual, thank you guys for watching and commenting and all of that good stuff. So if you like it, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, that type of stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Tyler. This has been my tabletop.